Just remind yourself how cool this experience is and don't let it pass you by. But I think that's, anything I do in life, like having these sort of experiences or whatever I get to do and the opportunities that I have, like soak it in, because a lot of people would trade and want to have these opportunities as well.
Most people believe excelling in one sport means staying in your lane. But Caitlin Clark just proved everyone wrong. Known for dominating basketball courts, her jaw-dropping performance at the RSM Classic Pro-Am has left the golf world speechless. What happens when a WNBA star rewrites the rules of what athletes can achieve? Stick around, because Caitlin Clark just shattered expectations and broke records in ways no one saw coming. Caitlin Clark is already a household name in basketball, celebrated for her scoring, leadership, and unrelenting drive. But recently, she traded hoops for fairways and stunned the sports world at the RSM Classic Pro-Am. When Caitlin stepped onto the course, the buzz was immediate. Fans, commentators, and even seasoned golfers were curious. Could the WNBA Rookie of the Year translate her skills to golf? One of the most challenging and technical sports? The answer, a resounding yes. Her performance wasn't just impressive, it was groundbreaking. Caitlin didn't just play, she shattered expectations. Her powerful drives, sharp focus, and fearless approach showcased a level of precision and athleticism that rivaled professional golfers.
Well, first of all, we're thankful that she's here. Kind of the one, and when you talk about women's sports, she's kind of, other than Nelly, it's been Caitlin.
From the moment Caitlin teed off, the energy on the course was electric. Her swing on the first hole set the tone. Calm, confident, and calculated.
Yeah. You got that? There you go.
180 yards to be fair.
But it was on the back nine where she truly made history. On a par 5 hole, Caitlin lined up her second shot with a quiet determination. Fans held their breath as the ball soared gracefully through the air, landing mere feet from the hole. Her eagle attempt was the kind of shot seasoned pros dream about, and the crowd's reaction said it all. Caitlin Clark wasn't just participating, she was competing.
I know that you work really hard in the off-season. You said yesterday you're always trying to get better. What's the thing that you're working on this off-season?
I think, honestly, besides the actual basketball skill part of it, I think getting stronger, that's what I'm focusing on. I'm in the weight room a lot, just building that strength. Obviously, it was hard going right from the college season to the professional season. We spend a lot of time in the weight room, so.
When faced with a challenging bunker shot on the 16th hole, Caitlin's poise was on full display. She read the terrain, adjusted her stance, and executed a near-perfect chip, landing the ball precisely where it needed to be. The applause was deafening, with even golf veterans marveling at her composure under pressure.
Caitlin, that could be it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Right from the
No!
hole. Inches away.
No! Wow. Are we sure it didn't go in?
Is this like a, we're good, we're gonna call it a birdie?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Yes!
come on.
Woo!
Professional golfers like Zach Johnson couldn't help but praise her. She takes on challenges most wouldn't even dare to try, and she makes it look effortless, he remarked. Caitlin's ability to adapt to the sport's unique demands, mental resilience, precision, and strategy proved she wasn't just dabbling in golf, she was mastering it. Caitlin's impact wasn't confined to her performance. Her presence brought a wave of energy to a sport often associated with calm decorum. Crowds at the RSM Classic were larger and more diverse than ever before, with many attendees coming specifically to see Caitlin. Fans who had never set foot on a golf course were suddenly hooked, cheering louder and more enthusiastically than anyone expected. Golf has long been seen as a niche, exclusive sport, but Caitlin's involvement brought a new level of accessibility. Young girls who idolize her basketball career now see her excelling on the greens, proving that athletic greatness isn't limited to a single sport. Caitlin's charisma shone throughout the event. From joking with fans between holes to inspiring young admirers, she brought an authenticity that resonated far beyond her performance. Her ability to unite fans across different sports is nothing short of extraordinary, making her a trailblazer not just for women's basketball, but for sports as a whole. Caitlin Clark's record-breaking golf performance wasn't just about one day on the course, it was a statement. She's redefining what it means to be a multi-sport athlete and proving that greatness knows no boundaries. But the question remains, could Caitlin Clark compete professionally in golf? Or is this just the beginning of her breaking barriers in unexpected ways? One thing is clear, wherever Caitlin goes, history follows. Most people think sports leagues know exactly how to handle their biggest stars, but the WNBA just made a massive mistake that the LPGA turned into gold. Caitlin Clark, the hottest name in women's sports, has left basketball fans raging as golf's top league rolled out the red carpet for her. What did the LPGA do so brilliantly? And why is the WNBA letting their star slip away? Stay tuned, because this story changes everything for women's sports. Caitlin Clark is already a household name in basketball, captivating audiences with her electrifying performances and breaking records left and right. But her impact isn't confined to the hardwood anymore. The LPGA saw an opportunity to elevate their sport and seized it. It all started at the RSM Classic Pro-Am. Initially, the event wasn't even going to be televised, but fan demand exploded. Emails and social media messages flooded the LPGA, all asking one question: how can we watch Caitlin Clark? The response? The LPGA pivoted, putting the event on TV and creating a moment that would go viral across the sports world. The LPGA paired Caitlin with Nelly Korda, the world's top-ranked golfer. It was a calculated move, placing a basketball phenom alongside their biggest star. The chemistry between Caitlin and Nelly lit up the greens, creating a spectacle that felt larger than life. Social media exploded with highlights, photos, and glowing praise for the duo. The results of Caitlin's appearance were nothing short of staggering. Let's break it down. 7 million social media impressions. The Pro-Am generated massive engagement for the LPGA, with millions talking about Caitlin's involvement. 27 million views of Caitlin's content. Her clips dominated online platforms, proving that her crossover appeal is unmatched. Historic crowds. Fans who'd never set foot on a golf course showed up in droves, many wearing Caitlin's basketball jerseys. This wasn't just a publicity stunt, it was a strategic masterclass. Caitlin Clark turned a quiet Pro-Am into a landmark event, bridging the gap between basketball and golf fans and elevating women's sports as a whole. But while the LPGA embraced Caitlin's star power, the WNBA was eerily quiet. No tweets, no posts, no acknowledgement of their star player making waves in another sport. Fans noticed the radio silence and took to social media to express their frustration. Imagine the crossover potential. Golf fans watching Caitlin for the first time could have become new WNBA supporters. Instead, the WNBA chose to sit on the sidelines, missing a golden chance to grow their audience and celebrate their brightest star. Critics argue that the WNBA is overly cautious, hesitant to give Caitlin too much attention out of fear of overshadowing other players. But in sports, stars drive leagues. The LPGA understood that and capitalized, while the WNBA's reluctance has left fans baffled. Caitlin's crossover moment wasn't just about golf. It was a showcase of her unparalleled ability to unite fans across sports. Golfers like Nelly Korda and Brittany Lincecum couldn't stop praising her. Nelly Korda said, "She's an amazing influence for sports. To see how many people she brought out here was incredible." Brittany Lincecum said, "What she's done for women's sports is awe-inspiring. I even brought a basketball for her to sign for my daughters." Even tennis legends like Serena Williams and Caroline Wozniacki have joined the conversation, with Wozniacki saying she'd love to team up with Caitlin for doubles. Caitlin's presence is breaking down barriers, showing that collaboration between sports can lift everyone up. The LPGA has rewritten the playbook on how to embrace a star, setting a new standard for women's sports. But the WNBA's hesitation raises a pressing question. Will they step up and make Caitlin Clark the face of their league? Or will they let other sports take the spotlight? One thing is certain, the way the WNBA handles this moment could define the future of women's basketball. Stay tuned because the game has changed and the next move could change everything.